Hey, so we're back, and we have to find out what happened to that rocket that launched. You know, the one that we were gonna try to help Warren not launch, but then it went off anyway. And you know, oopsie poopsies. To be fair, that was Warren's first day on the job. A job that we had to define for ourselves. And given the circumstances, I would give his performance a B. Like, it's a solid B. It's almost a B+. It might be a B+ if, you know, like, he does real good on his exit interview. But, like, you know, really good effort. Definitely got in there. Small correction to make on my end. I had the release dates for Bloodborne and the Surge flopped in my head. Surge is 2017, Bloodborne is 2015. So that would mean that From Software did their ducking and diving, you know, first, and then maybe a little while afterward, someone in Germany at Deck 13 had played it and went, I'm going to have to jive and wail at the tail end of that, and then came up with the limb-cutting thing. Still, I would say being able to select your rewards and build out your equipment that way, purposefully, with direction and aim and all of that stuff, adds another interesting layer to what is admittedly like a kind of tired formula at this point for me. So, you know, there you have it. That's those games in conversation with each other, where one has said, enough with the blocking, you're being too pensive, just get in there and slap it up. And the Surge says yes, but also, I like those shoes. Give me those shoes. And it all becomes a cycle of, like, violent muggings. High-tech violent muggings, but violent muggings all the same. So we're going to continue that. This time, like I said, we won't be Warren. Oh, hey, Catterskill. There he is. There's our boy. Who's our precious boy? Let me get them cheeks. We will instead be able to craft our own vessel, and, well, out of the limited parts that we have, so we'll get to that. Fair warning, this game has performance issues. Don't know why, just does. Largely, it should be fine. There are a couple of spots where it will just chug, and for no good reason. You know, like has been said, we're quite a few years after the fact, and our system is more than capable of handling things on the settings that we got, but it's just kind of a janky piece of software. We may also end up using executions and falling outside the map. That's happened to me a couple of times just during my practice dust off the rust thing. And there's one particularly annoying bug with the controls understanding the context that they're in. But we'll explain that as we get into the game and we poke around a little bit. So everyone, you know, get into the spirit. You gotta get your chopping motions in. You don't want to tear a rotator cuff. Just shrug it down, shake it off, and let's go ahead and see if we can give you ears. Fun fact, as we're starting this, and when that startup is somewhat delayed, this uses the Vulkan API, which means that it's a piece of shit and doesn't work with anything. Thanks, programmers, for jumping on the most recent thing, despite it lacking basic functionality, like, you know, say, the ability to be recorded within a window. In fact, we have to start this in full screen mode, okay? And I have to capture the whole goddamn desktop in order to get it to display properly. Because if I do it in a window, the moment that I select the window, the capture freezes. So you would be hearing all these wonderful noises, but unable to see anything. You just get like the title screen sitting there. Alright. Let's give you eyes. And fucking hope to God that works. It ought to. Okay, cool. I'm gonna move things to make sure that it works as I look over the witch's shoulder. Cool. Yeah. Excellent. Alright. Technology, right? Okay. So, we're gonna do a new game. This is just me fucking around. Don't worry about that one. We're in Jericho City.
Machines were pure, a basic universal concept without morals, destiny.
Well, then you're talking about the laws of physics, child.
Because they are created humans, inheriting all their countless imperfections. How could machines ever be better than us?
I mean, yeah.
By design, follow the path of their creators. And
well,
in the end, fail.
I don't know that we're a failed species yet, but yeah, that's that rocket, huh? Yeah, we did that. Anyway.
God, what is this?
Yeah.
Coming right at us.
It's coming right at us.
The maneuvers, taking basic maneuvers!
I hope that's not someone's dog then, because it's coming right at us is police code for I'm going to shoot it 47 times.
Please brace for impact.
Are you braced? Get braced, get real stable. I like their plane. It's a wing that would work. Ah, piss, it's the Surge 2. They done surged again. Have we already encountered? Oh no, there we go. It's doing it. It always frightens me a bit. So, we get to create a boy or a lady. We're gonna be a boybus this time. We get to choose our job. Who were we? A mining wars veteran? Probably not. A search and rescue officer? Maybe. We know they're hiring. Creo certified heavy operator? We could be, once again, forklift certified. Certified field tech? We could be IT. A former arms smuggler? Just be a real scumbag. Or corporate middle manager, which is the same as this kind of scumbag, but slightly less wealthy. We know search and rescue is hiring, right? So, we get to pick what it is that we look like. Let's do that, shall we? We'll give him a little bit of hair. We get a little bit of hair, you know? Why not? What kind of beard do we want? It's not a bad beard. I mean, it's a lot. And it is sticking straight out, which is interesting. That's a no. No. So much of this looks like fucking, like, lichen on a tree, you know? It's really not how facial hair looks, but the spirit of Todd is with us always. Age. Older. Oldest possible. It doesn't really look old, it looks melted. Alright. Face shape. You can really not see it terribly well, huh? Chin shape. How much chin do we want? Do we want a lot of chin? We might want a lot of chin. And, fuller. More face. Maximum face. Our head is enormous. That's the way I like it. Eye color. We can get some eye colors in there. No. We're not done looking at the eye colors yet. There we go. Probably this. We do eye shape. These fucking dinner plates, man. This is pretty good. Now, small eyes. Eyebrows. Sure. We can also be trendy and put little notches in them. I don't see an option for big bushy wizard brows, but these look mad, so we're gonna go with those. Let's see about noses. Sure. Sure, why not? We'll just leave the nose where it was, I guess. Mouths. Just a little mouth. A little mouth hiding in there. That works out for me. Ears. Again, I'm disappointed that we don't really have like a slider, we just have presets. Outfit. We got camo. We got this stuff, which is what they're telling me the search and rescue team. It just says Ultra, you know? It doesn't say search and rescue to me. We got this guy wearing what looks like a Creo jumpsuit under a hoodie. We got that, which is a fucking... like a statement blazer. Again, not sure why you would do that. It's just distasteful in every way, isn't it? It looks alright. It looks nice and utilitarian. It's got that fucking high-vis coloration to it that you'd expect with search and rescue. Let's hold X to confirm. 2 months later. Okay, so it's been 2 months since the rocket went off and the plane crashed.
Our new patient has been in a semi-delirious state for weeks. The subject seems to be reliving traumatic memories of Flight 221.
How can you tell that?
A girl.
Oh no.
Some sort of anomaly.
It's not over.
But
thank you, cryptic child.
there was only one survivor in the crash.
Ah, but there was another. Doesn't look much like the character I made in the thing, huh? It's got to be the animation skeleton which distorts things. Yeah, there we go. Well, oh, good. We got pants on, so that's good. Okay, we're here. We got this happening. We need that. We've picked up the defibrillator, which you'd figure would not have these arm braces on it, so that it wouldn't make good punch. But it's the surge, you know.
All prisoners stay in their cells.
We've already hit some performance issues. Hang on a moment. Let me see if I can fix that. Options. Alright, because sometimes it's been an issue with the camera smoothing thing. Sometimes it's a number of other fucking things. Let's try that. Sure, fine. Sure, fine. Yeah. Oh, you're telling me that a restart needs to be fucking done for that? Seriously, for turning off camera smoothing? It also may have frozen. Yeah, it looks like it has. So that's good. Oh, the surge too. Okay. Well. Allow me. Uh-huh. Did you sort it out now? This fucking program. I swear to God. You know, I was going on about this to the witch, of course, because she has to hear everything that I wind up being shitty about. Did you? Did you fucking figure it out? You good? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So... there we are. And there we are. We'll try again. For turning off camera smoothing. It had a fit about that and fucking just offed itself. How dare you turn off my smoothing, says the surge. But yeah, sometimes it causes problems with frame rate. And this was something that I read on like the fucking support forums and all of that shit. It's just kind of it's gonna be a fun time. Oh, I hear noise, but I don't see image. Which is an interesting stance, the Surge 2. That video games do not necessarily need the video part. Appreciate that. Okay. We're going to have to do this. Great. We have to pull the old fucking tricks that we were pulling with some of the earlier things that we were pulling. This is reminiscent of a Dead Space. Reminiscent of a Dead Space 1 and what it is that we're having to do here. And also of Anthem, which is not a compliment. Anthem was notoriously shit for getting it to function while streaming and keeping it from doing a memory leak thing. Alright. Okay. We try again. It's that fucking Vulcan shit, man. It's never worked right. And I sincerely hope that we just ditch it. And by we, I mean, you know, development in general. Let's see, as it takes forever to fucking boot itself out off of a solid-state drive. Modern hardware. Shouldn't be a problem, but it is. Alright. Let's give you your eyes back as we have the all of the fucking people involved here. Boom. Okay. We're in the detention center, which is an interesting spot to take someone who survived a plane crash and has been in a coma. Let's see if this looks better, plays better, is better. Little bit. Little bit. We'll see if maybe it's just this room. Okay. Our look is not inverted, so that's good. Oh, it didn't save after. Oof. Some of the lighting there is weird. It's not handling fabrics well.
This is Warden Garcia. We've located
That's alright.
a security breach.
We're not going to be in anything flowing for very long. Oh shit. Well, the cop drone is attacking me, and that makes sense because, well... I'm sure that our current vessel fits a description. Yep. There we are.
Medical report number PS2. The patient you brought me some weeks ago is still in coma. Cannot determine if he's infected. Sirs, I am just level 1 doctor in a police detention facility. But I do not recommend transport, not yet.
Uh-huh. There's things happening out there. Looks rough. Let me double check something real quick. No. Why would it? I told it no. Anyway, there we go. Jesus. Okay then.
Let's see what you got. Try.
So, we have a new thing here, and that's that. When we approach someone from behind, we can kind of kick them over. And they'll go, ouchies. And then we do extra damage on our next thing. Hey. You can't throw rocks at me, man. Alright. Jeez. Hello?
Fresh meat!
I mean, no, I'm search and rescue. Do you need rescuing? So what I just did was a directional parry. There's a UI for that, and we'll probably play with it on because, hey, that's probably what you'd do. I've been doing this for a moment or two, so I don't super need it. It does take up a slot, and that does mean that we won't be able to min-max our character, but who gives a shit? Come on, what you got? besides this enormous, what looks like a building support. There we go. We punched that man to death.
You!
Yeah.
Please, you gotta let me out. I'm not a criminal. Just an average Joe.
Oh, hey, Ben Burke. He made it out. I can't open this. I'll work on it, Ben. You just, hold tight. Door jammed. You are too weak. Yeah, it's running much better in this room, and this room has more lights and shit going on, so... Who knows?
Dozens of prisoners have escaped from their cells.
They are correct.
Around here.
It sure is. Open.
Law and order at all costs.
Hi?
Think you can mess with me? I'll kill you dead. Just like those damn cops.
Oh, this is Nitro. Nitro, I wasn't messing with you, man. Anyway, search and rescue. Hello? Do you need rescue, Nitro? I've done the search part. I guess not. I guess Nitro's feeling good. He's feeling pretty spicy. These defibrillators have real strong braces on them, huh? Well. Get parried, Nitro. Bye. Alright. Well. It's happened much quicker this time, but I'm the cops now. Let's get this first.
You are now eligible to redeem your customized MG Exo Rig Mark 12.
Ooh, an MG rig.
It is a thing of the past. The new MG is faster, more powerful, and sleeker than ever. Once you strap it on, it'll meld with your molecules in a flash. The metamorphosis...
So, I'm sorry?
You'll neither know nor care which functions...
It'll meld with my molecules?
Let MG take control of your nervous system.
How precise
Control of your life.
are your machines? That's nuts. So, you know, we get an MG rig this time instead of one that Creo made. I guess there's other companies that make these things.
Welcome, Officer Johnson.
We're Officer Johnson now.
Rig installation in progress.
Is that all it takes these days? Man, Warren got shafted. Alright. Fixoed. We have obtained our first 2 points. We're going to do this and this first. So, leveling up is a little bit different now, isn't it? This time you get points to put into your basic stats. There are still implants.
Rig installation.
There we go. Yeah, it's got a different look to it, too. It's much tighter to our limbs. And around the back we can see that the spinal armature is different as well. It has what looks like plates that will interrupt it from moving too far back so it doesn't snap you in half. I'm a little concerned about its lack of support on the hips, because on the rear here we don't have that. I would hope those struts there are sufficient, but who knows. We also have more of an ass than Warren did, which is good. That feels right, feels appropriate. I still like the look of their exoskeleton here, and I like how different it is from the Creo one.
Have a nice day, officer.
Thank you. Ma'am, do you need rescue? So no. And, well... there we go. Something else you'll notice is that we start with a medi-voltaic thing. It works a little bit differently this time, in that we can bank charges. We got robo strength now. That's a physical strength robotic. Catterskill and I were talking about Palladium recently, so that's on my mind. Oh, we have a backflip now as our charged vertical. Well, sure. Come get it, Buttercup. You got more? Alright. It appears to be about all he's got going on. So. But yeah, see? Now we bank charges. And we can keep those for later. To use them as we please. Come on. Give me the arm. Give it to me. Alright. Well, I'll be back. I will get one of those.
Thank God you're back. Please, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
I was beginning to lose hope.
I bet.
I'd love to repay you, but as you might guess, I'm a bit broke right now.
Don't worry about it.
Vinberg never leaves a debt unpaid.
Yeah, Ben, you're fine. Anyway, are you, like, good?
No, damn it, I'm not okay. Haven't been okay in weeks. People are killing each other for scraps out there. It's complete anarchy. I can only pray we make it out in one piece. But even if we do, I have no idea what's waiting for us.
Well, how'd you end up in detention?
About Creo, right?
Because I was in a plane crash.
There. Damn government dudes came. Thought I was finally safe. But they wouldn't let me go. Even after I told them all about what happened.
Well, what did happen in Creo?
Like a power surge went through the whole system. Melted circuits and brains alike. And the whole damn factory tore itself apart. I lost my whole team in there. Even Smithy. But this time, I swear I'll keep people safe.
Alright, well, where are you going now?
An evacuation camp in the city. Gateway Bravo or something. Gonna try my luck there. I always wanted to be a search and rescue guy. Maybe we'll see each other around.
I mean, yeah, they are hiring. I did apply just now, so.
Come to the evac camp. I'll be there.
Alright. See you, Ben. You know? Good to see him again. Good to see he's made it. Glad he wasn't ripped apart in the Creo facility. This is where they were keeping his stuff. And hey, new toys. So, something else that this does that the other one doesn't is that we'll be doing this a whole lot. Swapping between weapons of multiple types. Okay, but Garcia, I'm an officer now, and also I'm search and rescue. Come back here. Okay. So now we have the directional block analyzer. Which means it'll tell us where an attack is coming from. So that you can learn the animations, because, well, hey, they don't expect you to just guess this time. Which is nice. Oop. Didn't catch that one. Such is life. Gimme. Thank you. Well, frame rate issues there, too. Who knows why? Stuff is still happening up there. An aircraft service robot has been disassembled. Weird. Wonder why they would do that. Hello, ma'am. Okay, so I assume you also don't need search and/or rescue? Alright. Uh-huh. Yep, I understand. There you go. People in Jericho City here are just kind of shitty, aren't they? Their dispositions leave a whole lot to be desired. Well, come on. No. Nah, we're just gonna kind of whack that guy to bits. Because we could use a touch-up. Ah, really? You're gonna make me do that? Later we'll get an implant that'll just auto-bank things if I leave it alone. A lot of implants like that are sort of quality of life this time around. It's not that there aren't ones that... Okay, it left. That directly boost stats and everything anymore. There are. But quite a few are dedicated towards adding a function or something similar. And hey, guess what it's time for? It's time to do this. You know how it is. More sauce. Thank you. Same as the other one, you gather tungsten, or you gather, in this case, we can actually improve this. We don't have to go and find a new one. We need implant circuitry for that. They sure have. Those nanites of unknown origin. Didn't get that one off. Well, come on. There we are. Tungsten, please. Thank you. How about you? Would you like to donate some tungsten? He would. Thank you again.
God, what is it? It's coming right at us. Are evasive maneuvers? Take evasive maneuvers! Shit!
Our flashbacks have acted up. They got a real mold problem in this building. It's not going to be healthy for the prisoners. State Department's going to raise hell about that. I mean, this is America, so it also might be a private prison and no one will care. Okay, she just died instead of give me my stuff. That's nice of her. We'll bank that restorative all the same. So I mentioned that the game has a particular issue, and that sometimes what it'll do with this directional blocking system is just kind of swap what limb you're pointed at instead of give you the directional parry. That's because the right stick controls the whole thing. We move our right stick when we're locked onto a boy, and that means that we'll target a different limb. Now, the game is supposed to understand that when I'm holding my block stance, what I want to do when I move those sticks is this thing, for the directional parry. It doesn't always understand that, and so sometimes I will be blocking, and it will swap limbs instead of give me the directional parry that I wanted. This is alright. Like, I'm not going to freak out about it, but it is one of the issues of button do too many things. Sometimes that... the butt rocket started, I'm sorry. Sometimes there's the auto-inject charger. The thing that's supposed to check context for controls like that doesn't. Or it will read them in a weird order. Like, it'll assume that this was not pressed first, and therefore what you wanted to do was change stuff. And that'll happen if the button presses are close enough together. There's just all kinds of problems that you can run into with that when your whatever it is that you're building isn't quite I suppose the word that I'm looking for is like something akin to bespoke enough. Like, you gotta have your single button do a single thing. They recreated Joe's hammer thing from the first one. This is an equalizer. It's Joe's thing. Our boy seems proud to be holding it. We want this because it generates a ton of energy. And right now, our battery being kinda weak is a primary concern. You'll also notice that proficiency is gone. It's a thing of the past. We don't do that here no more. We don't. I didn't make it that way. Alright. Well, she managed to snag that one, huh? We can also cancel in and out of things much more easily than we used to be able to. So, you know, if I'm sliding into an attack, if I hold the block button, I will stop. I don't simply have to commit to it like Warren did. And now as that decays, we can see it turn red there, and it'll go, oh my god! Yay. Because we picked up that chargeable thing in there. Anyway, let's go see what this butt rock is about. Hey, Garcia! I'm the cops too now. Alright. Well, those guys look like they need rescue. I did the search part. They need rescue. Garcia? Garcia, chill. I was trying to help your friends, Garcia. Okay. You're a bad cop, you know that? And I'm taking that arm. You know I'm gonna. At any point in time, Garcia, you could stop this. You could just agree that it's a bad idea. Alright. Fun times with the camera there, huh? It'll do that. There'll be more than one point in time when we are staring at a tree or something similar. Well, this is your own fault.
Owner killed in action.
It's true.
Assigning drone to nearby police exo rig.
Yeah, huh? That'd be me. It's my gun robot now, Garcia. We could have worked together on this, man. Also, I should check on these guys. They're dead and incorporeal already, so oh well. Maybe we could have done something if he had let me get at that. No such luck. We also see a return to the single rig here, don't we? It's not as good as the comply shield, but it does have a little knife on it that flips up. And otherwise, it is a big heavy piece, and I don't know what we're resting it on there. Alright. Down the security hallway, we also managed to get the blueprints for the arms that he was wearing, and, well, I don't think we have the arm armature pieces to build them yet. Pretty sure we don't. Yes, thank you. We would need more of those. But, hey. Them's the breaks, right? We can at least do this. And we're going to want to do this. Frequently. There we are. There we are. And... yeah, those are the ones that I want. Now there's a reason for that, and well, we'll get into it in just a moment or two. We know how the single rig works. We've seen it. We know it, we love it. This is a new kind of weapon for this. This is a spear. It's not like the staves. Staves do make a return, but there's a whole lot of thrusting and stuff, and well, let me show you some of the dismemberments for the spear. Yeah, we kind of step up on them, and that'll be easier to see once we get somewhere with some light. But we do this weird little wheeling thing, and it's a little bit too wuxia for my taste. Like, that just ain't how it do. Yeah, you'll be a good one for this. There we are. You see that? That's sort of strange, right? Probably shouldn't look like that. The other animations for the dismemberments are similarly artful, and there's a time and a place for that, but that ain't me, you know? I'm not really a delicate and graceful creature, and so any vessel that I've slapped together is also not going to be delicate and graceful.
Can I get my toy, please? Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Go to Port Nixon. Find the plane.
Okay. Port Nixon, find the plane. Got it, kid. Something that we'll all be pleased to witness. This time our robot does have a gun. Like, just a straight-up gun. So it's no longer a future where everyone strictly adheres to weird medieval practices. It's just that the guns we control with our brain implants.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Brother. Well done. The lift should work again.
Okay. He was gonna tell me that I had to get those guys throwing rocks at me so I could use the lift. Ah, that's some bright light, huh? And we wait. And now, who was calling out to us? Oh, hang on, sorry, it's gotta load again. It's gotta do it twice. There we go.
The lift after all.
I did take the lift after all.
In the flesh. There's a fire burning in your eyes, Acolyte.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything like it in a long time.
Sure.
The city is dying. The court is our last safe haven.
This,
Take back control. It's now or never.
This guy's rig is, like, installed into his skin, huh? I just woke up from a coma.
Confusion.
Yeah.
You must have been locked away for a long time.
I was.
The world has changed, and
this is a shard of glass.
to witness the new order with your own eyes.
Okay. Why did you help me?
Belong to the Children of the Spark, a small but growing church dedicated to a great cause. We're always on the lookout for recruits like yourself. Someone willing to get their hands dirty for the greater good. Journey forth and find the court, where our prophet, Brother Eli, will welcome you with open arms. See that octopus?
Yeah, I do. It's a squid, but...
Find safe shelter.
Okay, what happened to this city?
You must have been in there for a very long time indeed.
Yeah, a couple months.
You'll see the awful truth soon enough. Anarchy reigns supreme on our streets.
Anarchy.
Fear the new dawn that's upon us. The government built a wall around us to hold back the inevitable. They reject the change that comes with the nanite swarm. This plague is not what it seems. Humanity is ascending. We are the progenitors of a new race.
Okay. I'm gonna get going. Sure. Beauty and the Beast gangs. Gone missing drug manufacturer implants. I have unlocked the Kraken. Cleaning squad. Mayhem memories. Borax. Yay. Now there's a set that didn't pop up there, and that was the URBN set. There's a bunch of armor that is... join the Spark. No thank you. That is the Cerberus armor from the first game, but it's painted with graffiti, and I quite like the way that it looks, but we won't be able to get that because that was available with the pre-order. Now, I have the pre-order on Steam, but this is not the Steam copy. This is the good old games copy. We'll talk to that guy in a sec. I gotta sneak past this and fucking wiggle this way in order to get this minor bit of stuff. There we go. Because, like I said, getting it over there at the discount that it was on, again, thanks Owl, is a YouTuber whose rant Sona is an owl, goes by Shammy. Bigger channel than this one, so not so much a plug, just a specific thank you. Had a deal going, big discount, cheaper to get this plus the DLCs here, and so, you know, all we're missing out on is one suit of nice looking armor, which sucks, but oh well.
Didn't strike first, huh? Wise choice.
Okay.
These days, I wouldn't blame you.
Warren.
There's a lot of good people around you.
Yeah,
these days.
Alrighty.
Can't help but wonder whose side you're on.
Does my answer make any difference?
Think I'm joking?
Yes.
These streets are filled with scum. So what side are you on?
I'm bad to the bone, old man.
You're on your own.
It's okay, we'll talk to him later. I'm pretty sure that doesn't cancel the quest, but you know, we'll see. If it does, the worst thing that happens is I reload the, well, I fucking redo the thing and I play through up to this point on my onesie, which doesn't take much time at all. But I did want to tell him that I was bad to the bone and call him an old man. I don't think Warren's even that old. So... Anyway, he, oh, we can redistribute our points. That's nice, too. The streets are full of scum, and he straight up believed us. It is supposed to be a big reveal that that's Warren, but you can hear him. We just played The Surge, so... Right? Like, come on, we know who it is. Anyway... Now we have to set about doing our stuff. And you know what stuff that is. Thank you. Okay. So we can only just, like, jostle them around so long before they decide that they're sick of our shit. Which is fine. But yeah, you see these animations. It's, We'll give it one on each limb because, again, the
Welcome to Jericho.
Proficiency system is a thing of the past.
Rolling downtown can be a bit intimidating at first. There's always something fun going on wherever you go. You'll find street musicians, artists, newcomers, tourists, families, couples, wallflowers, the poor and the rich. In Jericho, we live together in harmony and respect each other's boundaries. So take a deep breath and enjoy the sights. And if you can't find your way, why not ask one of our friendly locals?
I did. I asked him. So, yeah, you get the idea. There's a whole lot of spinning, a whole lot of stuff that I just don't really enjoy. At least not in this kind of game. Within this kind of mindset. You got anything on you that's fun? So no. I'm just gonna need that tungsten then, huh? Well... Okay then. I'm gonna need that leg too. It's not really a backstab, it's just a kick. He just kept trying to run away. It didn't work. But now we got leg bits. Okie doke. Well, AID response seems to be in charge here, and that's an unfortunate moniker. Like, then, like, wouldn't your employees be just, like, charitably, people would call them aid employees. But what is the plural of aid? You know? Like, that's... We probably can't have that be our thing, right? There we go. Some weird squeaky noises coming from that guy, huh? Well, like before, there's shortcuts to open up. There's that med bay. Also, did you like Warren's grappling hook? How he just kind of Batmaned away? After we told them that we were bad to the bone. Bad. The witch wants to know why we don't get one, and don't worry, we will later. Lots of slowdowns in this. Well, come get it. There we go. We're in a bad spot, yeah. We just kind of clipped into the rocks. That's okay, because, you know, hey, like before, we can go and get our stuff. It's just gonna be there for us, waiting in a stack. Probably away from the rocks, because I don't think I was supposed to be able to, like, get up on those. Let me continue trying to adjust things here. It's not like we're really fucking, like, pushing it with our graphics settings. We've turned a whole bunch of stuff down to medium and everything. We can try that and see, but, like, it's not reading that it's taking up too much as far as system resources. It may just like accessing it from the hard drive better. And we're only running one card, so, like, who fucking knows? Anyway. Back to it, right? The old grind. But it's apparently a problem that a lot of people have had. Sometimes they say, oh, well, it's because you're running SLI and it wasn't designed to work on that. Correct. I'm also wondering if it was designed for multi-core support on processors. If that might not be part of the issue. Or like it was, I think it was released in 2019, so you would think it would be, but you know, who fucking knows what it is that they did. Anyway, we want to take off heads for that implant circuitry. There it is, there's the word. To make our metavoltaic bit better. And hey, there's an example of it switching targets on me. Gimme. Thank you. You wearing anything? Left arm it is. Good news for you, man. It's basically the easiest arm for me to hit with this. Eh. Cool. And then we may stock more stuff. Okay. Alright, there we go, and eventually my guy put his arms down. Circuitry. And yeah, really only seems to be a problem when we move the camera real fast, huh? Or at least it's more of a problem when we move the camera. Yeah. Yeah, and there's my stuff, not in the rocks. So again, wasn't supposed to be there. Happens. Well, something else cool that they included. You see the meter there that says, oh, that part is now broken. I can sever that with just repeated gunfire. See, we got the arm bits for it. Appreciated it. Uh-huh. Ow. I have to take your friend's hands off now. There we go. He has new stuff, you see. I gotta get more legs. The delay threw me off. Oh well. Well, You know, back to it, the stack's only gonna grow. Every now and again, they'll pull that feint thing, which opens up your guard. It happens. There's another body piece, which of course we will need. We got this guy over here who we know all about. He's not surprising anybody. Yeah. Fucked up the timing on that one. But all's well that ends well. Just the legs on you, huh? Okay. Great. And for you, it's just the body piece. Too early. Missed those other two too, huh? Strange. Oh well. There we are. There's that. Bank those. Make our way up the street. Hey, I need that head circuitry. Gotta have it. Oh, good. Okay. Well, no. It looks like it did throw it down there, didn't it? There's stairs up ahead. Well, we'll have to go and get it. I'm not happy about this. Give me that. Give me this. I gotta cut off that guy's arm all over again. There. Come on. That's where we shot that guy's head off. Oh, he gave us our ammo back too. That's nice of him. That's just a Molotov, huh? Well, that's a nope. You guys can't throw Molotovs at search and rescue. Like, it's just... It's really not appropriate. And everyone's throwing their heads in weird directions. You guys are getting buck wild over here. How do I want to do this? I probably just want to, like... leap it, right? And fucking scoot it around that way. Just get kind of scooty. Yeah. We'll get that guy's head in a sec, because we gotta open up the door to get to the stairs. Open, please. Thank you. Okay, this is this guy's head that we threw down here a while ago. Just threw it. He had implants in there. And now, back up we go. Yeah. Alright, and we've made a mess out of basically everything, so it means that it's time to go ahead and fix up some of our stuff. As well as bank that tech. Yay. Alright. Need 2 of these, thank you. 2 of those. 1 of those, and 1 of those for lack of a better option. We can also do this. Feels good. It's one-handed though. And I just don't really care for it. I would bring it up to 85, which is worse than what we've got. Alright, so we got what we got. Boom. Oh no, it's because our core is not charged enough. That's okay. We can fix that. Takes 5 to put these arm bits on. 3 for each of those. So it'll be a bit before we have a power thing that will support what it is that we're doing, but it's okay. Because, hey, we know what we're doing. I have no idea why the camera is way the fuck up here. Thank you. There we go. In fact, we can probably fix that. There is an option for... Yeah. Try that out. Give me that shit for the implant stuff. I don't think he actually had any. Cool. Well, I still need leg bits. Well, at least that time we didn't, like, take it full on. There we go. Yeah, there's still some slowdowns there. Really strange. And that guy apparently had enough stability to shrug off that blow. Well, whatever, you know. We're out here primarily for gathering parts. Hey, put that down. Alright then. Okay. There we are. And hey, we did it. We cleaned house. Give me all of that stuff. Give me all of that stuff. And we'll want to open this for later. Just give it a little, right? Shh. It's our secret. There will be stuff in there for us in just a bit. Right now, we don't have the proper drone attachment to get to it. It's one that works similarly to the drone overcharging stuff in the last one, but, you know. It's become an actual tool instead. We might be able to make that jump. Hey. Something that they did do is that, and this is the perplexing part about the targeting, is that run and jump are now two different things. So I hold on the fucking Xbox controller that I have plugged into my computer, the A button, so X if you're on PlayStation, to run, and that is also the dodge button. Makes sense. Tap to dodge, hold to run. We click the left stick, which is what moves us around, to jump, and we can do that from a standing, well, a walking position, not a standing. He won't just do hops, which is a shame because, well, you know, what experience here wouldn't be improved by just, like, getting some hops in, right? Cool. Which means more. Ah, itchy nose. High pollen. That's just going to be my world for a bit, you know? Anyway. Let's get something on here so we get a fucking LED, right? It's, looks like backpack straps, an LED, and I don't know what the fuck that circuit thing is, or what it would be for. But there it is. Our mask has a hose running to something. Don't know to what. Because those just look like filters. I don't know. Maybe it's just a power supply for like a UV light, but there's a lot of questions as to whether or not that would do anything. So now we have these. It's an ancillary core. You know how that go. We'll probably plug it in once we hit 20. Just to fast track getting our shit together. So overall, as far as the game itself is concerned, when we're not hitting weird performance issues by standing in the wrong place, it would seem, the Surge 2 is a snappier kind of feeling. It's a lot less clunky and methodical. It's overall just a more agile kind of dungeon crawler. Fighting more than one thing is viable in this game without a very specific build. You still could in the Surge 1, it's just not something that I would ever recommend. You want to isolate and eliminate. Treat it very much like the Souls-like that it's trying to be. In this game, there'll be times when, well, like now, where we can kind of see them coming. And we can largely juke around enough to not wind up mulched by, you know, someone cold cocking us from the back. Which, you know, hey, I appreciate. Obviously, it's also a whole lot brighter out. You know, we're outside, we're in the open air. That's got to be cool for some people, maybe if you're claustrophobic and didn't appreciate that about the first one. Me, it doesn't make much difference. I think too much attention is paid to being like, well, but what about the dreary environs? And I go, it's a factory. Have you ever been in one? They suck. Or, you know, if your game is set in a castle or what have you. Putting a coat of neon paint on something doesn't mean that it's good. Sometimes it's nice to see color, but I like when it's, you know, where it makes sense and not just plastered all over everything. Looking at you, Rage 2. We switch targets again instead of give me the directional parry. That's gonna be a pain with this guy who's kind of guarding the bridge over there, but we'll deal with him as we deal with him. No, I tried to target the head. There we go. After all, it is still Deck 13, isn't it? There we are. That's another one. And so, back to the fix-it bed. Past these cars with the shrouded tires, which I don't get. That just makes maintenance harder. Okie doke. Okie doke. Almost enough for the next two. Almost. The ability to deconstruct things from your inventory is gone. There's instead shops, which, like, okay, I guess. But, you know, bear that in mind. I don't know, I'm feeling spicy. We might be able to just take this guy. He's holding a brand new weapon for this thing as well. And we'll see it in action at least a little bit. Again, a little bit too artful for what it is that I prefer. The dismemberments with the single rigged are about as graceful and coordinated as I'm willing to tolerate in a game about pulling arms out of their sockets and then plugging those arms into my thing instead. If we're gonna, you know, fuck with concepts like that, then I'm gonna need your violence to be, yeah, like that, relatively to the point and not quite so dancy. But this one up ahead, it gets dancy. Eh. There we go. There's that leg. Well. Why did you drop my target? There we go. Cool beans. Someone crashed that truck into the gate and then just left it there. And yeah, let's just try our luck. We've banked 3 things now. I need your arm, bud. Don't fall. I need your arm. The reason that I'm being this tender with this one is that he don't respawn. Once he's gone, he's done. And frankly, I would like to... It's not like we won't get another chance at this weapon, but I would like to just snag it when we can, rather than later. Uh-huh. There we go. Give me this. Cool angle. There we go. So we've unlocked a new schematic. The Vulture arm gear. But more importantly, we've unlocked the Split Cleaver. So, split weapons, these double-duty weapons, work like they say over there. We hit this slowly to do slower, more high-impact swings. We hit them rapidly to dance around. See? We'll try some of their executions, and we'll, you know, talk about why it is that this is a little bit much. Not the least of which being the amount of time some of these executions take. It's a lot. That's a neat poster. Alright, so we got scrap. We're doing our dungeon thing because the dungeon is outdoors this time. It's the cityscape. Eh. But, you know, ultimately, same shit, different day, right? Yeah, he's going over the side. No? Okay. Are you just gonna back over the side manually? Alrighty. Anyway. That one's probably the nicest one of them all. In that it's not terribly many movements. I could do without the pirouette. And frankly, damn. Oh well. You don't really need to. Deliverance in like a quasi-runic font. Anyway, this is reminiscent of somebody. Let's see here. That's right, we got a light on now because we put it on our backpack straps, which is something that I would highly recommend. You know, people go, "Well, what do you need a backpack for? You're not in high school." If you're out walking at night, like I typically am, not only is it handy to just, like, you know, take some water with you, but you can put a light and like some patches on it that make it easier for cars to see you. Yeah, the amount of time this takes. Too much posing. It's not as bad as I find the spear ones to be, but it's still just like, come on, get on with it. There we are. And this requires too much energy. Alright. I think that's everything. If I'm not mistaken, there's another bit of stuff in there. We'll get this guy out of the way first. Okay, he just died. So that's another thing that's a quality of life deal. Reduces your damage, but the attacks that you're flinging are always going to hit the body part that you've targeted, so that you're always chipping away. The whole reduces your damage thing is typically where people stop reading because of the kind of game that these tend to be. But well, we've already seen enemies just kind of drop dead rather than give us their stuff. So reducing damage is not always a bad thing. We can tantalize ourselves with treasures unknown. We got a big old cartoon hand pointing us where to go. So let's go there as our frame rate fucking chugs. Why? So strange. Anyway. I'm sure it's simply because it doesn't play nice with OBS. Like, that's gotta be what the problem happens to be. But there's very little I can do about that. The head thing there is just kind of a way. Like, they do the scissors thing. See, both hands are involved. Which, okay, but I'm not impressed. Heave. It was scrap all along. Alright, now we're by the poop water. There's that guy. Shh. We're gonna turn off our light. Yeah, that's what we want. Anything else over here? No, okay. Don't worry, he's not gonna notice. He's just not very good at noticing things. Kick. Into the poop water he goes. That's where he lives now. Yeah. I don't want to get my shoesies wet. A battery adrenalizer. Yeah. And now we found our way around that fence. Could have just shimmied up and over it, I think. I don't see any barbed wire or anything. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, it looks like we could probably take it apart with this big cutting tool on our arm. But fuck that, right? Let's go ahead and make sure that gate stays open. We'll talk to the guy by the hobo fire in a second. Touch. Yeah, and out here, same environment, right? We haven't changed maps. Frame rate's fine. In fact, I had to turn VSync back on when we were fucking talking because I was experiencing a whole lot of, like, tearing, you know?
An AID goon said I caught the virus.
Virus?
Shit.
Well, I'm wearing a mask.
I'm far too sneaky to get caught.
That's not how viruses work. Maybe I'll just explore.
Sneak through one of them scanner gates on the road to Babylon Gardens, but why would you? Seaside Court is the place to be. I ought to know.
Okay, see ya.
Easy for you to say.
What, see ya? Alright. Weirdo. Yep. So there's things to grab over here. That gate's open so we can just kind of keep on keeping on. This lets us do stuff. I was here. They'll be... get rewarded. You can place them in places that are hard to reach. This is part of the asymmetrical multiplayer. Here's some of them Batman lines. We don't need that just yet, and we can't use it just yet. That's a way down. So we're going to use this because we can also use it as a way back up. And it opens to the medbay alley. We want to go up here because there was a thing that was just out of our reach previously. Oh, let me swap this back so that I'm not going like, hey, how come I'm placing banners and I'm not, like, shooting these guys? There it is. A toxic filter, nice and early. That's pretty cool. Let's continue. Well, let's go ahead and fucking slap on the rest of these core power-ups so that we can continue. Naked statues. Thank God for that leaf, you know? We wouldn't want you to see a penis. Alright. There we are, there we are, there we are. There we go. And probably just even it out for now. So we have the vulture piece, but we're doing that. Anything that needs to be upgraded? Not so far. That came pre-ready, so that's good. But we're not going to be using it. Oh yeah, that's right. There we go. And don't worry, just like last time, we'll slowly but surely wean ourselves off of the ancillary core. In fact, we won't be using terribly many of them this time at all. There's not a whole lot of need for it, and very quickly we can get our core power consumption up to a point where it's not necessary, period. In another 3, we'll be able to put on that other leg, so that's good too. Yeah, swap my target again rather than give me that directional parry. There we go. There we go. The nice thing, of course, this time is that we're generating our own healing resources, and they don't just expire quite so rapidly. So it's less of an issue this time than it was previously, because I'd be going, well, that just cost me basically this this cycle. We may as well just go back to ops. You're really starving me for headwear, huh? Not many people wearing helmets out here. Alright. Again, we swapped our things. It's whatever. We know how to compensate. Okay, that guy has one pant leg on. That's fine. He can join the club. Alright, yeah. Swapped it again. That time I just fucked up the timing. There we go. Alright, this way. That guy's too sneaky for a virus. Keep that in mind. We want that. That's for us. Mysterious stranger is this way. We can't quite get to him yet, but we will. That guy's got a fun thing, huh? Well, it looks like he's wearing the same type of leg we are, so we're just gonna focus on this. He told me to die. Did you fall? Oh, are you not supposed to be down there? Yeah. Locked in the run animation, huh? We now have a salvaged crusher. And a new drone thing. A spray can? But we don't have any of these unlocked, do we? Ah, there we go. Miscellaneous. What do we got? Oh, we can change the color, so that's good. Let's get something visually appealing. That's not bad. So, and then we can layer our message here. Enemies, hazards. Yeah, this is hazards. Then this is emotions. Okay. And color again. Yep. Yeah. No, that's a happy accident. There we are, and let's get our directions lined up here. Yeah. I would love to tag. May I tag? Sirs? Ma'ams? I can only tag... So, okay, alright. Not the wall, apparently. There, I can do this. Yes? Yes. There. We did it. Robo-graffiti. Okay. That took a whole lot more time than it was really worth, huh? It's not very large. Wish it was bigger. That's where the stranger is. We have to have a thing that does that. The EMP-44 starfish, of course, of course.
Warren. Why won't you cooperate? Am I not? Am I really supposed to believe any of that BS? Believe what you want, prick. Oh, but I do, Warren. I really do. For example,
believe what you want? Okay.
Right now, I believe that you'll be in terrible pain once I press this button under my desk.
Okay.
You bastard. I'll get you back for this.
Good acting, Warren.
Threatening an officer of the law, are you? You've been keeping a lot of secrets since that Creo incident. Yeah, whatever.
Well, again, he died.
AID has messed with the wrong guy this time.
And AID is apparently behind it all. You know, aid. That is what it says. There we go. Vault your legs. I don't really want to compare, I want to listen to that.
In Jericho City, everyone is equal before the law.
Uh-huh.
A tiny surveillance chip implanted in your auditory nerve every conversation you'll ever have.
What?
That way, we can always protect
Why?
you from unfair allegations or defamation of character.
Okay.
To review personal recordings, please fill out the appropriate form and expect a waiting period of up to 2 years.
Okay.
If you find a misplaced audio log on the street, we urge you not to listen. Violations will be punished with a steep fine and/or brief imprisonment. We already know you listened to this recording, so expect to receive a sternly worded letter from our lawyers soon.
Great.
Have a nice day.
Looking forward to that letter. So, you know, they're listening. Shh, they're listening. The chips are in our brains. Hello?
You can run, little girl.
Oh, did you fucking, like, word of force those assholes? That's pretty good.
You're coming with us.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is clearly the Buddhist palm technique.
It's impossible.
You can learn that from a manual for a nickel. Good job, kid. Oh, a gift. Weird gift, but I'll take it. These are fun for me this time around. We're no longer going to need that. That's going to be better. Yeah. Oop, sorry. Nudge the microphone. Scratch my nose again. Anyway, the twin rig this time around gets nasty. Less spinning. Pretty much just stabbing when it comes to the executions. The animations are pretty much the same as before. You remember these when we were forklift certified as Warren. We'll show them off, and these are part of a set of things that will be left. That we used to have to wait till the end of the game for those, huh? Like these are early, and that's because that child that we're supposed to save, that I don't know, we got a bad track record with saving kids, don't we? Had left them for us. And hey, these guys get shields. We never do, don't worry too much about it. In order to break that shield, we'll have to land a charged attack. We can also just kind of parry him, and if his, limb is in the way of the parry, then he'll break his shield. But not always the case with, where it is that the parry is going to strike. They have a new status effect tied to them, and it's called Nano. You build it, and then it does a whole bunch of damage all at once. As a vertical one. Well, his friend here, okay. Well, I mean, gents, if you're not going to let me out of the hole, we'll just have to try this again in a sec. Anyway, so Nano, unlike the other status effects, doesn't do damage over time as it builds up. It just does a bunch of extra damage all at once, and then you can build it up again. A lot of things in the game have, basically no resistance to Nano. And that makes it, a really nice secondary effect for your stuff. On the other hand, there are a number of bosses that are completely, totally, utterly resistant to the Nano status effect. You see that thing where we stab them twice and then just kind of rip them outwards? That's better than hoisting them over your head, I think. Just wasn't going to give it to me. That's fine. There it is. Give me that leg. And there we go. Nice and simple. Easy. The positioning broke. Sure. By far my favorite one there. The head targeted one is also not too bad. We'll see that shortly. Not on this guy because he's actually got parts. So, you know. I need those. The positioning broke again, and it broke my target lock. Fighting boys around things seems to just spell fucking bad tidings for this game right now. That's alright. Did you just fucking hose your friend down with Molotov? It's pretty good. There we go. There's the head one. We just kind of like rush him. 1 point goes in. And we use our other hand to knock their head clean off. Hey, look at that. The Klokkanov R47. It's not an AK. But we can stick it on our drone. Now our drone has a rifle on it. That's pretty good. It eats up the Omni cells, the ammunition for it, much more quickly, but yeah, it's a trade-off that you would expect. Does a whole lot more stability damage. Weakened that guy's shields. Oh, that's right, my vertical is a backflip on this, which is unfortunate. Alright, get some stamina back. There we go. We know that stuff. It makes you unhappy. Cool. That's another man with a Klokkanov. Jericho City's gun control is somehow more lax than the US. People are out here on the streets with just automatic weapons. Okay, well, he's gonna go live in the stink, so I gotta get this lady's thing. Gimme. I said gimme. Bam. There. I want that. Honestly, I need this guy's thing too, because we haven't collected this yet either. Wow, he fell. I'm gonna have to do something about Klokkanov here. I got one of those too. There we go. And we've done it. Yeesh. To be fair, I could have tried to be a whole lot less greedy and get less things at once, but we got Kate 2.0. Better than Kate in every way. Suck on that, Kate. We mauled a man in a back alley to charge our batteries. But it's cool, another one came out. Alright, the chase begins. Give me the head. There we go. Alright, We could also just not parry, I guess. Or in some real weird cases, not even block. There we go. Yeah. And hey, we've almost made it to the place where they told us to go. You know? That's neat. Ow. Alright, well, we hopped right back up. We're back at it again. Long combo for him. There we go. Gimme. We got a new injectable. A cellular regenerator. Works just like the metavoltaic one, it's just that it does it over time. It's also a pain in the ass to charge without, well, the implant that auto stores things when you, sorry, I'm trying to decide on which thing that I want most here. Anyway, the auto stores things when you just let the timer tick down on it. We'll snag that first. Just for nostalgia's sake, you know? What do you got in your hands? Yeah, speaking of nostalgia's sake. Bleh. Nostalgia's sake. I'm thinking about food already. Now, these people are definitely hacking and wheezing. So it's not the brain cook of the last one, but there's something wrong here. They said a virus was afoot. Anyway, that's the cop stick from the first one, you know, when they swatted us in the fucking brain with those. Ah, dang, it's locked. We'll just have to come back later with some sort of new tool. We also probably don't want to try that jump, right? That looks like it's too high. Well, just us and the dude at the bridge here. There's another one who's in that alleyway who will jump down on us. He's a prick. And like the rest of them, I'll deal with him later. Yeah, there's a listenable. Pardon me. Nowhere to hide.
It's Warren.
Oh my god. Warren? They told me you died. Creo's been on lockdown for weeks.
No, Liz, listen. That's not the truth. Not the whole truth, okay? There's something going down in this town. Something big. The government is lying to all of us. I need a place to lay low. Not for long, okay? Only tonight. I know we've been through a lot, but...
Listen, I'd love to help you. I really would, but AID has been knocking on every door in the district. My boyfriend would lose his shit if I went against the government.
It's only been a few weeks. Elizabeth.
Sorry, baby, but there's nothing I can do. Please be safe.
Elizabeth, you said Creo's been on lockdown for weeks. It's been a few weeks and you've got a new boyfriend after you thought the other one fucking died. Jesus. That's fucking cold. Anyway, this is another guy that won't respawn. We're not being as precious with him as the other one because he doesn't really have anything that I'm missing or that I want. Mostly we're just kind of trying to, yeah, build up health and all that stuff. The delay on that always fucks me up. There we go. There we are. Well, we win. Okay, bye. I'm gonna walk inside here. That's where they told me to go. Well, where that one guy told me to go. I'm ready to be welcomed with open arms, please. Take me into your fucking arms. AID response. Search and rescue. Don't mind the fucking mantis claws.
We'll be on the hunt soon.
Okay, hello.
Better luck, kiddo. I don't need any more recruits for the monster hunt. Now,
your animations are no good, huh?
Before I lose my temper.
It's like your face is motion blurred. It's really strange. Get out of her face before she loses her temper, I guess. Okay. Touch our stuff and lose your hand. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna rub my ass on that. We made a whole lot of scrap, which is good. Because, you know, scrap is what we use to build stuff. So we're going to immediately switch these out for these because, I mean, look at the difference, right? 1, 2, thank you. Same here. Swap seed. We're even going to, well, hang on, because we can get our hands on that and fucking at least get something, right? Anyway. Well, we'll wait on that too. So what are we going to be using? These are fun and everything, but that energy gain is really not great. So what we're probably going to be doing is sticking mostly with this and then with the crusher here. And we'll give that a bump because, well, we don't have any Mark II stuff anyway. That's getting juiced. And now... Boop, boop, boop. Cool. So 26 out of 28. How much more do these cost? Oh, they're actually less expensive energy-wise. Ideal. Is that going to be the same for the helmet? Nope, just same cost. But again, look at how much better it does as far as defenses go. So, sick nasty. We already don't have to worry about our character's melon head anymore. That's nice. You don't want that stressing you out. There we go. There we go. Let's read a little bit about Kate 2.0, shall we? Named by an unknown scavenger after a long-lost love, the Kate 2.0 is the perfect companion for those who want to share their despair with the world around them. Indulge in your existential dread and spread the pain in style. Kate 2.0 will never leave your side if you treat her well. I don't know, Kate, that seems a little bit too conditional. But it is better than the MG Negotiator, the cop stick, for some reason. So, okay, I guess, Kate, you're in. Yeah, actually, nah. Never mind, fuck you, Kate. We should be able to get our hands on what is going to be our primary for quite some time in a little bit. Molly's import and export.
For something to buy? I'd love to make
Molly, what is this effect that's going on here? It's really weird. Why are your hands tied?
That nasty defrag disease broke out.
What is this?
I helped as much as I could.
Molly.
So whatever the children of the Spark smuggled.
How are you doing that?
Of the price. After a while, I was drowning in debt. So I borrowed a bit of money from a nice young gentleman. I should have known better. He turned out to be nothing but a loan shark, and I was easy prey. But I'm no dotty old lady, you see? I know what's going on.
Okay.
Let's get more brazen every day. Soon he'll come after my grandkids.
Alright, well, I mean, I'll help.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't have anything to give you for your trouble. Not even a penny.
Don't worry about it.
If you really think you can do it, look for a guy called Finn and I owe him 2,000 tech scrap. If you can make that villain cancel my debt, I could buy new wares and stock my shelves again. I should warn you, though. Finn is...
Sure. Hey, you got any wares for a specialist? Like...
Search and rescue, eh?
Yeah.
Could have used your type around these parts when this whole mess kicked off.
Yeah.
Glad to see there are still people of integrity around. Here, take this. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you. Well, someone has realized that I'm search and rescue. So this is a shop, right? We can sell things at the shop, like these things that we're no longer using, in order to get our tech scrap back. That's nice. It's kind of what I would call a step backwards, in that, like, I don't see why I should have to do this if I can just deconstruct it in my inventory. It's all just gonna get deposited as scrap anyway, so what the fuck is the difference? Why would I have to do this? I understand buying things from shops. Sure, fine, dandy. But anyway, there's two things I want to pick up here. This is one of them, and it's what we're going to do first. And then that's the other one. It's the astronaut bit, but it has very good stats this time. We're also going to grab this, and we'll come back and buy those, maybe some shades, maybe a backwards baseball cap later. It's got the rest of that AID set, though, so stuff to consider. Okay. I'd like to go to the port, please.
If you want to go to the harbor, ask Brother Eli or get stuffed.
Or get stuffed, huh? I mean, sir, I'd say that your accent doesn't quite match your face, but I mean, I'm swimming in the same pond, so. It's just that it also doesn't match anyone else around here. It's a little bit strange.
Tried Blue Sparkle last night. It's like all your worries go away at once.
That guy has tried something called Blue Sparkle.
Hey, need some wicked drone implants?
Maybe.
By me, either way, but
how are you doing that? Everyone's doing this with their face.
Stuff on my mind. It feels like my brain's gonna.
This is a new malfunction. I don't know what caused it, but I'm very glad it's happening. Can you show me your wares?
You buy it.
So this guy sells drone bits. That's what he do. So that's neat. Anyway, there's an option to ask him if he was in trouble. We may as well, right? Some fat stuff, huh? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be with a PH, but no, I would like to buy some fat stuff too. Are you in trouble?
Does it look like I'm in trouble?
Yes.
Well, yeah, probably does. Doesn't mean that I trust you, though, okay? You can't be too careful.
Okay.
All right, peace.
So yeah, what if I pick this up?
That's mine.
Yeah, it is.
Seriously.
Okay.
Not cool. That's a memento from my ex. I mean, what would you say if I just marched into your workplace and stole everything that's not nailed down? This was a token of our love, you know? It's all I have left now.
Okay.
I'm a broken shell of a man.
I mean, I'll hand it to you. It's just lying on the floor. No way, you're obsessed.
Whatever. See if I care. Didn't need.
What happened?
Oh, it's that age-old story, really. Boy meets girl. Girl.
He was a skater.
Everything goes to hell. Said she needed to find herself. Now nobody can find her at all. I heard a little rumor she's hooked up with that rich bastard, little Johnny.
Thank you, Parrot.
I mean, I'd go there right now to check it out, but I've got too many enemies in that part of town. Maybe you could, I don't know, snoop around a bit?
Only if you tell me how you do that after image thing with your face. Yeah, leave it to me.
I was hoping I could coax you into it.
Coax you into it?
I said that out loud, didn't I? I just really need some help. I'm freaking losing it here.
He's freaking losing it. Alright. I'll see you. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me get a description.
Hey, dude.
Oh, April. Okay.
All right,
I'll look for April. That looks like a cult. Hang on a moment. Spite. No, I'm sorry, Spike. Body mod. The other one's better. It should be Spite body modification. Hello?
Hi, I'm Mr. Scrappy, your all-in-one rumor monger, information resource, and audiophile vendor.
Oh.
I'll scan every audio recording you have and reward you accordingly.
Okay.
So, what do you say? Fill me in on the latest gossip.
He's got that
I'll give you something
two-leaf logo.
return.
I'm in.
I'm not surprised you agreed. After all, I've studied your profile.
Yeah? What's my middle name?
Is bring me your audio recordings every once in a while for review.
Okay.
Since I'm in a generous mood, I'll compensate you with a couple of exclusive lost recordings. Here, the first one's on the house.
Great. Well, thank you. Oh, there's outtakes. Well, hang on here. Outtakes?
Hello, I'm Kyle Baker. Baxter. Sorry. Baxter.
Behold, Lord Eli.
Can we do this one more time? I forgot my name again.
Cut.
Did you know that Blue Sparkle Diction is becoming a net? Blue Sparkle Diction? What the hell is Blue Sparkle Diction?
It's Blue Sparkle Addiction, Mr. Baxter.
Got it. Guess it was a problem with my diction after all.
Cut.
This is ridiculous. The Creo Anti-Drug Foundation? Who comes up with this trash?
Mr. Baxter, we paid you in advance.
Did you? You did? Oh, right. Sorry. I must have spent the money on Blue Sparkle again.
Cut.
Hugs defeat drugs? Who writes this button now? That's right. Okay.
You wrote it yourself, Mr. Baxter. Could you please just do it one more time? Correctly this time? Honestly.
What? You don't even know what you want.
Okay.
You can't direct an actor of my caliber like this.
I like that he's combative.
No, I won't do it. No money in the world is worth this agony.
Okay. He seems like a fun man.
I'm warning you. This is your final.
Yeah, hey, stop threatening that guy for a second.
My disciple Truman told me of your coming.
You're shorter than I thought you'd be.
Tell me about yourself.
Who's asking?
You really don't know who I am? How unusual. I'm Matriarch Celeste's eldest son.
Okay.
A humble shepherd with small ambition.
And neon lights.
Everything I do is to serve the glory of the spark and its mighty nanite harbingers.
Okay.
As they descend from the heavens, a new dawn rises. Even now, we lead the charge, providing power and food to the surviving few, whether they join our cause or not.
Well, that's nice. You still have machine bits sticking out of your skin, though, huh? Yeah, that's like, that's in there. Can you open the door?
The gateway to Port Nixon is locked for a reason. Nobody gets in or out without my express consent.
Okay. So how can I get your consent?
I'm in deep water. Supplying our fellow men with salvage goods is getting harder by the minute. Everything I've accomplished is at stake.
Those struts
right here
by his fucking abdomen there seem just uncomfortable. Get to the point, dude.
I've got a bit of a family issue going on. My brother, Little John, has always been in charge of Port Nixon's streets.
Okay.
Now he's nothing but a drug lord. Someone
sure
has to bring him to justice. I'd confront.
You can do that after image thing too, huh?
There'd be hell to pay if anybody saw me interfering, as it were.
Okay.
Only an outsider can take care of this mess.
I like that your hair holds up your hood to try to make you seem taller. Alright, whatever.
My associate down.
Yeah, great. Bye.
May the spark guide you.
Yeah, whatever. Everyone's always inventing new gods, you know, and fucking, I've always found them to be the most distasteful of spirits. Nothing with any kind of maturity is ever going to demand that you worship it, lost things. They'll just come up and say hello. Well, let's go ahead and at least have a look at what's going on outside. A little peek. And then we'll make our way to our first medbed here and call it an evening. Port Nixon seems gross. In a word.
Evacuate Port Nixon, they said. Use force if necessary. Yeah, right. These people don't want to be saved. They killed everyone. I'm the last survivor. But we found something at the harbor. Something big. Flight 221. And there was a survivor.
Okay.
The girl failed our mission. I'll have my revenge. Just you wait. You goddamn bastards.
Well. Seems like they killed the search and rescue team that was here before us, so I'm not betting that we'll be received warmly. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they hung him, in fact. Or lined him up and shot him, and took the time to draw some sigils. No aid zone. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I'm part of aid or if I'm part of another search and rescue group. They didn't make that clear. Because we know that the Creo search and rescue boys were hiring. Hey, yeah, I don't need you to have that. You want to get up? Okay. Real strange defensive stance he's in back there, huh? Anyway, that leg's coming with me. Yeah, again, this is a good poster. It's comforting to me.
Don't trust outsiders. Blue spark will guide you to the promised land.
You know, there's we got weird eyes. What's happening there? No expression otherwise. Just none. Just like a mild downturn in the lips to express general disapproval. Potentially not with you, just with something, you know? Sometimes it's just existing. Iron Comic Store. Penny's Prime Delicatessen, there it is. That's a difficult one to read on that fucking sign. Fresh, delicious meat. Oh, am I doing the after image thing too? It may be a problem with the fucking lighting. Let's see. Well, I'll experiment with that another time. We're just about out of time here, and our med bed's right up this way. Terminal Z. That's a spot. Oh. Well, that's not great, right? Huh. Well, just in case, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that all of these things are exactly the same, but nobody think of a form the Traveler might need to take or get too close to any paintings of big ol' Carpathian dudes. Just don't touch those. Should be fine. I'll get over there and deal with it shortly. Oh, well, no, hang on. Hello? Ah!
Hey!
Yes, hello.
Hear me, morons?
Okay, rude.
Turn the damn power back on.
I did.
I shut this man bay down for a reason, you good-for-nothing gas bags.
I'm not a gas bag. Says who?
Says who? I'm little Johnny, your frickin' lord and master, shit for brains.
Alright.
Once I find you, I'll gouge your eyes out with a rusty spoon.
I don't think you can raise your arms above your head, pal. How about that? Anyway, bye.
What? Don't you dare hang up!
I'm just doing it.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, I just did it. Uh-huh. Alright then. I don't need to have that conversation. Okay. Hoist me up. This is my feel-good sleeping box. There we are. We did unlock the first piece of a new set. The Spark Aspirant's leg gear. It's got an interesting full set bonus there. Increases attack speed while afflicted by poison. So poison yourself. Hit boy faster. Novel. Anyway, this is what we're after for the time being. We don't have enough to give that a bump yet. But we will. There's plenty of Mark II stuff available. Let's see. Is there anything else that we can do aside from just put on a new shirt? Well, we can't put on that new shirt. It costs 7. But it's got solid defensive stats and all that stuff. Anyway, we're going to sleep in that box tonight. We're going to try not to think too hard about that. We're going to find out what that after image thing is, and maybe, no lie, my first thought is, how can I turn it up? You know, just crank that shit on blast, so that everything is a weird fucking psychedelic trip. But we'll see where we get with that. Meantime, we'll go where we go. And I will attempt to exit the program. We'll see if it crashes on exit, like other programs that have behaved this poorly have in the past. And like, for fuck's sake, we played Metro, and Metro is way more demanding on a system than this is, but whatever. Oh, look at that, it shut down properly. Hooray. Anyway, so we've begun our adventure. We are a new vessel that we can puppet around. They don't have anything to say outside of us. Warren is out there. We told him we were bad to the bone. That was fun. We cut some stuff apart. We'll cut a whole lot of stuff apart. And we'll have a look at some of the other new weapons that are available to us, one of which is going to be our primary. And I'm sure you'll get bored of it very quickly, but it is something that I like. Anyway, I am going to wander in the direction of night coffee and a cruise with someone who's got some strange eyes, honestly just the bluest that I've seen, and generally disapproving face. Also is prone to wearing a hood, because the sun oftentimes makes her feel ill. Anyway, and while I'm doing that, you can wander alone for a bit. See ya.